Hello everyone, Namaskaram. Welcome to my channel VPK Nutrition Holistic Wellness. My name is Pushpa Soundarajan. I'm a registered dietitian, an Ayurvedic practitioner, and a certified yoga teacher. First of all, happy holidays to all of you. This week is Thanksgiving, and this is the beginning of the holiday season, ending with Christmas at the end of the year, and then we start the new year. So what do we think of when we think of holidays? Family gatherings, happy times, eating great food, desserts, drinking, and having a lot of fun. Is it always all fun? No, there is also a lot of stress that comes with this because we are disrupting our natural, our daily routine, which means we are eating the wrong foods, maybe a lot of unhealthy foods, overindulging with them, maybe drinking, and also meeting a lot of people that you may or may not want to be around. Face it, this is reality. So when we are going through our routine, our mind is very calm and we're relaxed. However, when we disrupt our schedule, we lose sleep as well. So naturally, a lot of stress comes up and the mind gets very agitated. So when our mind is agitated, we also lose our peace of mind. So again, how do we maintain our peace in the midst of chaos and also enjoy the holidays to the fullest? Now, there are two great values which are the main focus of our holidays, forgiveness and gratitude. Now, modern studies also have shown that we can keep our mental and emotional well-being if we do practice these two, and I will share a couple of those studies as well. At the same time, our ancient scriptures of Ayurveda, yoga, and all of these have also taught us that keeping a sattvic mind is very important in order for us to maintain that peace within. So this is a inward journey that we need to make at some point. So in order to enjoy things that come into our life. So in this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the stress and what are the causes, and also give you these two great tools to practice forgiveness and gratitude, and something that you can begin practicing right away. So stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. First of all, thank you so much. I'm really grateful for all my subscribers and those who have been watching regularly and sharing their feedback and putting some comments in there. I really appreciate that. And for those who haven't already done so, please do consider subscribing. Now, if you find this video helpful, please do like it, share it with those who can be benefited, and also encourage others to subscribe, and this would be wonderful. And also please put some comments so I know whatever I'm sharing is useful or not. So let's get started with our topic today. Let's begin with the definition of stress. What is stress? The World Health Organization defines stress as a worry or a mental tension caused by a difficult situation. Stress is a natural human response to a perceived threat or challenge to help us survive, right? Like it's basically, if you were chased by a tiger, then you want to be protecting yourself and you start running or whatever you need to do, right? But we live in a modern society where we're not really living in a jungle. We live in an urban areas, and this is what is causing more stress. So a lot of this is mental stress, not something that is from the external environment. So we need to understand that everybody has a different way of coping with stress, but some better than others. However, there are some things that you can do in order to improve your coping mechanism. When we look at the statistics globally, 35% of the people in 143 countries said that they have a lot of stress. Now, this number goes to 55% in the US. Now, a 2023 survey done by the American Psychological Association showed that 89% of the people in US adults reported being stressed during the holiday season, and 41% said that their stress was higher during the holiday season versus their normal times. Some of the causes of stress during the holidays is the financial burden it places for traveling, for gift giving, and all of that. It also disrupts our daily routine, like I did mention. So this messes up our diet, it messes up our sleep. So again, this adds to our stress. one of the key things during the holidays that we look forward to is getting together with the family and friends and enjoying a good meal together and laughs and all of that. However, there is also the negative side to it, in the sense that family dynamics can be very difficult to manage. So there may be unresolved conflicts, there are expectations not met. So there are a lot of little things that can come up that can blow up into much bigger problems. So how do we cope with all of these things and still enjoy the holidays with everyone and remember, have those wonderful memories that we wanted to create? So there are two things. Again, this is an internal journey, right? It is not about finding what the other person can do, but it's more about what can we do in order to be able to cope with all of this and maintain our peace in the midst of chaos. In Tamil, which is my language, there is a saying that says "Veetukku veedu vaasapadi." That means, the literal meaning is that every house has a threshold in front when you enter. That is a literal meaning. What it really means is that every family has its own dynamics, its own conflicts and problems and difficulties. No family is without them. So if we can figure out a way to understand each other, accept our family dynamics the way it is, and work on it, we can actually enjoy the holidays and not feel this crazy stress that we do, or the anxiety that a lot of people face. Now that we know some of the causes of stress, especially with relationships and family gatherings, what is the solution? Studies show that forgiveness and gratitude can actually help with improving our emotional well-being so we can remain balanced. So let's talk about these studies first, and then I will share some of the tools on how to practice these two beautiful values. The gratitude study was published in 2015. It examined the association between gratitude, spiritual well-being, sleep, mood, fatigue, cardiac-specific self-efficacy, and inflammation. The study group consisted of 186 men and women with a stage B asymptomatic heart function. The age group was 66.5 years plus or minus 10, and they were all given this gratitude questionnaire, 6 items form, and this was then examined to see what the results showed. The results showed the following. They showed better sleep, less fatigue, less depressive mood, more efficacy to maintain cardiac function, and more gratitude also had lower levels of inflammatory biomarkers. Another study was done on stress and forgiveness, trying to figure out if somebody is more forgiving, does that make a difference on their stress level? And does the degree of degree of forgiveness that a person has, a natural forgiving capacity a person has, does that have an impact on the amount of stress as well? So let's look at the parameters. The study group consisted of 148 college students to assess the association between severity of lifetime stress exposure, forgiveness, and mental health. The average age was about 19. The Heartland Forgiveness Scale is an 18-item measure of forgiveness, which assesses the general disposition towards engaging in all types of forgiveness. This scale is available online if you want to go check it out. So definitely this is administered to college students because they actually have a lot of stress. I think over 30% report tremendous amount of stress. So what did the results show? Let's look at what are the results. As hypothesized, forgiveness significantly moderated the effects of lifetime stress severity on mental health. Number 2, there was a graded moderating effect of forgiveness on mental health symptoms. So people with higher levels of forgiveness showed fewer mental health symptoms, and the more a person was naturally forgiving, the less impact it had on their stress levels, or it didn't increase their stress as much. So these two studies demonstrate, and again, this is just one study from each. I'm sure there are many more online if you want to go check it out. These two demonstrate to us that practicing gratitude and forgiveness can be a really boon to our mental health and emotional well-being, as well as our physical well-being. Now, when the holidays roll in, we always talk about gratitude and also forgiveness. However, do we really practice it? Right? It's easy to say thank you. The words really don't mean much if you do not feel that gratitude within. You have to be content within yourself and actually appreciate what you have in order to feel that light within you. The same thing with forgiveness. You can say, yeah, I forgive you, but if you really don't forgive anybody inside and you're kind of holding on to it, or holding on to a grudge or whatever, that is going to manifest in your reaction or response to the other person. So this is why it's important to go deeper to make these two attributes a part of your personality, so it is more automatic and not forced. So let's look at the tools that we can use. First, let's start with gratitude. There are two things that you can do about that. Number one is start journaling. Again, this is something I love to do and I do it all the time. Journal at least 2 or 3 things that you're grateful for every day. You can start your morning with this gratitude. Now you can either just sit down, close your eyes and just say you're grateful for these things, or you can write them in a journal and read them so you actually feel grateful and you're starting your day with a positive note. The second thing you can do is at the end of the day, before you go to bed, you can do the same journaling, what you are grateful for. Think of something that gave you joy during the day, which you're grateful for, something positive to write in your journal and sleep. So this way you carry that positive thought through the night. For example, it could be a very simple thing like going for a walk along the lake, which is something I do whenever the weather is good. And I can tell you from my own experience, I had some ankle problem for like 1.5 years, a few years ago, and I could not walk and enjoy this walking along the lake. So now when I'm able to walk, I really appreciate it and I'm so grateful that I'm able to walk. So sometimes we take a lot of things for granted, even the little things that to be able to walk for granted, that we don't realize how precious it is until we lose it. So what about forgiveness? What are the tools for forgiveness? Number one is compassion meditation, also called loving kindness meditation. I have shared this in several of my videos because I truly believe in this and I have been practicing this for over 13 years and it has done wonders for me. So in this compassion meditation, what we are doing is we're actually sending loving kindness vibrations towards different people. First, you take that for yourself. You want to be compassionate to yourself, excuse yourself for a lot of things, forgive yourself for any mistakes you've made and move on. Second is you do compassion meditation for your loved ones. Even if you excuse them for a lot of the things, sometimes we hold on to things without even realizing. So you want to give them that and wish them well and show that compassion. Third is a person who's difficult in your life. Now, this is the part where we really need to work at it. And when you start practicing this forgiveness and in fact say forgive that person for the hurt that they've caused me, and maybe if I have done something, let me apologize and let go of this way you are clearing your heart of any grudges or negative things you're holding on to. At the same time, you are able to emit a positive vibration towards the other person. So this is, even if it may seem difficult at first, it actually becomes easier as you start practicing on a daily basis, and you will see that transformation within yourself. And then, of course, the second thing that you can do is guided meditation. There are a lot of people who post on YouTube about, forgiveness meditation or, not to think negatively and things like that. So I also do some of these things sometimes, especially when I'm tired and I'm not able to sit and, consciously do things. Sometimes I just lay down and listen to one of these things, and it kind of works at a very subconscious level. And then you feel so much better when you wake up. So again, these are some tools that you can use on a daily basis. This is not just for the holiday season. Obviously, it helps a lot, but you want to do this consistently throughout the year, every single day, to just polish your own personality, remove a lot of those impurities that we hold on to, so that we are able to cope with any kind of situation or difficulty that comes your way. Now, I'm not saying that it's like a magic, it's going to get better tomorrow. But as you start practicing, you will see that even if it took you maybe a month to get over something, it might take less time over a period of time. Finally, when it becomes second nature to you, it becomes a lot easier. In summary, I wanted to say that how modern medicine has come up with these studies to show gratitude and forgiveness to be so helpful for our mental health. This is nothing new because our ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, Yoga, Vedanta, and all religions talk about these two qualities as very important for a sattvic mind. So if you can start practicing this today and find this to be very useful or helpful, please do put that in the comments. I would love to see that. And again, pass it on to other people who can be benefited from this as well. I did a longer talk on mental health, nutrition for the mind, emotional and mental well-being, and included some of these things in there in more detail. So if you're interested, I post the link in the description. And also I'll share a few other mental health videos that I've done in the past, which may be helpful as well. So happy holidays again to everybody. Enjoy the whole holiday season. Remember, always listen to your body, observe your mind, and heal yourself. Have a wonderful week ahead, and see you in my next video.